When is the last time that you stopped to observe your surroundings? When was the last time you simply paused to take in the sights and the sounds of life as it goes by? We have all heard the phrases, life goes by fast, or time flies. Every day seems fast-paced. If we aren't careful, it will seem like our kids grow up in a flash and our own youth is left behind. Sometimes we just find ourselves struggling with the pressures of home, work, school, or life in general. It is in those moments, maybe more than ever, that we need to find a way to stop, or at the very least, slow down. A prophet named Elijah was spinning out of control in fear and exhaustion in 1 Kings chapter 19. The previous chapter found him as the conquering prophet after his enemies. He had had a standoff. Following that, he had been threatened by Queen Jezebel. It sent him into what looked like a spiraling depression. He ran away, alone, to a mountain and hoped for death. Life seemed out of control, but God wasn't finished with him yet. So look at how God got his attention. A touch. The angel of the Lord came a second time and touched him in verse 7. Verse 5 was the first time. Twice in the passage it mentioned that the angel touched him. Someone laying your hand on your shoulder, giving a hug generally brings comfort. I know for some people they don't like physical touch all that much, but the picture is clear in the passage that the angel was touching him to awake him and to comfort him. A lot of people today are calmed in that way. Just this week, there was a clip from the reality show Survivor where one of the contestants calmed another contestant with autism with a hug and holding her hands. It was a sweet moment that reminded us of the sense of touch, how it can be comforting, calming, and grounding in a variety of ways. Even picking up an item or running your hands through sand can be enough to calm someone down. Sight, smell, and taste. The verse says, "Then he looked, and behold, there was at his head a bread cake baked on hot stones, a jar of water. So he ate and drank and lay down again." Verse 6. This is one of those passages that you can almost cause yourself to be in the moment, just imagining the smell of that bread he saw. I'm guessing he looked just as much from the smell as from the command, "Arise and eat," in verse 5. He saw it, I'm sure, as he smelt it, and then he ate it. The senses of sight, smell, and taste can quickly transfer us to a place in our mind. Maybe a candle smells like the calming woods, or someone's coconut lotion transports your mind to the beach. Stopping to take in the sights and smells and taste of the food or the coffee in your hand could bring some calm to a stressful day. And then there was hearing. After the earthquake, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, the sound of a gentle blowing. When Elijah heard it, verse 12. Sometimes it is helpful just to listen. Music was one of the greatest gifts to humanity. A whole book of the Old Testament is dedicated to songs that were played on instruments. Many of those very psalms may have been played by David to soothe the struggling heart of Saul in 1 Samuel chapter 16 and verse 23. How many times has a song changed your mood? I've experienced it on several occasions. So my challenge to you this week is this. When life starts coming at you fast, stress starts piling up, don't speed up, slow down. You may not can stop and smell the literal roses, but at least slow down and see what senses you can engage. Notice the feel of the carpet or the upholstery you're sitting on. Notice the colors of the room that you're in or the sky that you're under. What do you smell? Does it smell sweet or bitter, musty or fresh? How about what you taste? If you're eating, is it sweet, sour, tangy, bland? And what is it you hear right now? Are there loud noises drowning out everything else? Or do you hear something small and faint in the distance? When is the last time that you stopped and observed your surroundings? Maybe it's time to do it again. You might even find that there are blessings straight from God himself in those moments. The Roman writer said, since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes, his eternal power, his divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood through what has been made. Romans 1:20. Whatever we see, hear, feel, taste, or touch comes directly from the Lord. We can experience those sensations because he made us that way. And that is your Friday Refresh.